tonight on Sara's Eyes on the Skies.
We have some storms coming up tomorrow in our forecast, and snow possible on Saturday. So we have a kind of a mild week coming after that, so be on the lookout for that. Back to you, Matt.
Thank you, Jackson. Plus, Sara has your national forecast. All that and more as this Thursday, April 12th edition of Sara's Eyes on the Skies starts now.
It's Wednesday night on ISU TV, broadcasting live from Ames, Iowa. And this is Sara's Eyes on the Skies. ISU TV's longest-running television program brings you the weather from around the country to the heart of Iowa. The ISU Meteorology Department team of forecasters keep you ahead of the storm. From Iowa's most trusted weather team, this is Sara's Eyes on the Skies.
Welcome back to Sara's Eyes. I am now joined by Jackson. So Jackson, we've had a warm day today. We have a warm day coming tomorrow with storms. And is it going to snow on Saturday?
It is going to snow on Saturday, which is crazy because it's like 70 degrees right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have the warm temperatures for now, which is really nice. But of course, they'll be coming back down to about average or maybe below average pretty soon.
That's unfortunate.
So
it's
yeah.
unfortunate. It's spring though. Spring's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So for right now, for those of you who have to get going and can't watch the full show, I'll just give you the temperatures. Right now we have 64 in Ames, 68 in Des Moines. A little bit of colder temperatures up to the north, up here in Spencer and Mason City, we have 51 degrees. And to our south, we have Ottumwa and Burlington. Those are in the 70s to high 70s, 72 in Ottumwa and 76 in Burlington. So make sure you wear those shorts and t-shirts and get ready for a good day. Back to you, Matt.
Thank you, Jackson. Now it's time for tonight's weather story. On this day in 1964, 4 tornadoes touched down in southwestern Iowa, including an F4 that killed 1 person and injured 28 others, and around Yorktown and Page County. Take this story as a warning. Tomorrow, much of Iowa is expected to see severe weather. Make sure to monitor conditions and watch out for those warnings. And now, here's Sara with a look at what's going on around the nation. Sara?
Thanks, Matt. And currently, most of the nation is under some sort of watch and warning with a possibility of severe weather tomorrow. And I'll tell you more about that coming up.
Welcome back. Now here's Sara with a look at what's happening around the nation. Sara?
Thanks, Matt. And as I mentioned before, we saw some warm temperatures here in Iowa today, the first we've seen in quite a bit of time. And that was the situation for most of the country. Up in the northeast, they're still seeing those cold temperatures at 37 in Billings. But again, down south, still seeing those 70-degree temperatures, even 85 down in San Antonio. And if you take a closer look at the Midwest, today in Des Moines, it was 68 degrees. It was a little bit colder in Ames since it's a little bit further north. But that was pretty much the situation across. 52 in Chicago, so slightly cooler, and 48 up in Minneapolis. And again, still the north is seeing those cooler temperatures, but that won't be the situation for the rest of the week. The futurecast, as we will be talking about later on, is we are seeing some of those severe storms move into Iowa tomorrow and much of the central part of the country. And that is going to be, as we look at the nation here, right now we're seeing cloud cover for the most part in Iowa. But again, down south pretty clear, and we are going to be watching that storm system moving into tomorrow. As I mentioned before the break, we did talk about the amount of watches and warnings across the country. It's quite an array of colors here. We are seeing a lot of red flag warnings out in the Virginia area and Kentucky area, and again down in Oklahoma. But again, up north, it's quite a contrast as they are seeing some winter warnings and winter storm watches. But in Iowa, we're looking pretty clear until we move into tomorrow. Now, the severe weather that everyone's been talking about today, we're looking at a slight risk. It essentially molds the central part of the region, and the slight risk in yellow, the marginal risk in green, and the enhanced risk in red, which we are seeing severe storms that will produce hail and possible tornadoes during that that time. And if we zoom into Iowa, again, down south, it's just Des Moines sitting on the border of this enhanced risk. They will be seeing some severe weather into the late afternoon. And up in Ames, Iowa, and most of central Iowa, we are seeing the slight risk. So again, we are still watching some severe storms moving in there. And the north and western or eastern portions of Iowa are seeing marginal risk. But again, looking at a severe weather day, which is the first of the season. Now, the futurecast is something we also have been watching. Again, tomorrow we are seeing that heavy rainfall, and some of those storms will also be severe during this time. But again, as we move into Friday evening, we're going to see some scattered showers, but again, nothing too heavy once we get later into the evening. And then when we move to Saturday morning is when we start to see that shift into possible snow. So going from about 65-degree weather today to possible snow on Saturday, quite the contrast. And looking at the upper atmosphere, this kind of explains what we will be looking at over the next 7 days. We're currently sitting in a ridge here, which brings some warmer temperatures. As you can see, Iowa is sitting in the green area, which is pretty warm for this time of the year. And down south is seeing those orange type colors, which again brings the warmer weather. And as we move into Friday, that starts to shift as this trough develops and brings in some colder air for that time. And again, that'll be pretty much the situation into Saturday as we see that chance of heavy rain and snowfall. Tomorrow, we're looking at very similar temperatures here in Iowa. We're looking at, it doesn't show on the map, but we are looking at 66 degrees again here in Ames, 79 in Kansas City, so very warm temperatures. But as you saw in the previous slide, we are seeing that trough move in out west and will bring the colder temperatures in the future. But again, the colder temperatures will stay up to the northwest, and we will be seeing another warm day for the Midwest. Now, our travel city forecast tonight is Kansas City, which I mentioned before is seeing some warm temperatures on Friday, but they also are seeing that severe weather move in tomorrow and will be in the enhanced risk area, so there's a high possibility of tornadoes there. But as we move on, you're going to see that almost 30-degree temperature drop into Saturday as it moves into high of 46 with, again, another chance of rain, snow. And throughout the week, it'll become sunny starting next week on Monday, but again, we're looking at 55 there, and then another increase on Tuesday at 72, and then back into the 60s.
Thank you, Sarah. Lots going on around the nation. But for now, let's take a look at tonight's trivia question. If the Earth were hollow, how many moons would fit inside? A, 10 moons, B, 25, C, 50, or D, 100? We will have your answer coming right up, but now here's Jackson with a look at the week ahead. Jackson?
Thank you, Matt. As we said earlier, we have some storms coming in over the weekend, or actually tomorrow, and then we have some snowfall coming in on the weekend. So be ready for that in the forecast later. Welcome back. I'm Jackson. We're here back with the Ames forecast. So we have winds from the east about 10 miles an hour. The temperature is 64 degrees today in Ames, which is a really nice day. Feels like 64, so it's not going to change very much. In that respect, dew point is 42 degrees, so it's a little moist, but not crazy. And the pressure. Right now, temperatures are in the 60s to 70s as you go south in Iowa, which we have some 50s up in Spencer and Mason City. For Ames, 64 again, and in Des Moines, we have 68, really nice temperatures. And to the south, we have temperatures in the 70s. Wind speeds are coming from the east over about 16, 15 miles an hour. So it's a little windy, but nothing bad. It's nice to actually cool off during the hot day. Satellite radar, you can see it's a cloudy day today. Pretty much all over. Not too much precip as of right now. Maybe a thing here and there, but not really. Futurecast, we have kind of some storms moving by. I'll go into a little more in-depth review in the next slide. So here we have Iowa, and here's kind of futurecast. The first precipitation we're going to see today is about 8:30. So that might be you guys heading to class in the morning, going to your 9 a.m.s. I'm not looking forward to my 9 a.m. tomorrow. But and then as we move on throughout the day, we're going to see more precipitation. And another big spot around here is going to be about 7 o'clock. So look out for that. And yeah, that's going to continue to Saturday, where we get the some frozen precip moving into the country. Tonight for the forecast lows, we have lows around 50s to 40s, obviously warmer as you go south. 40 in Mason City and Spencer, and 57 in Ottumwa. So for the forecast lows, it's going to be about 40s to 50s throughout the state. Tonight's forecast is going to be mostly cloudy, 51 degrees, so it's going to be real cool temperatures if you're walking back from the library tonight after a night of studying. Forecast highs are Ames, it's going to be about 61. This is for tomorrow during that kind of stormy period. 70 in Des Moines, so you got that big temperature change as it goes down because we have that frozen preset moving in, really bringing the temperatures down, and we'll be looking out for that tomorrow. The forecast for tomorrow will be 61 degrees, a real nice day, just like today, with southeast winds of 15 miles per hour. So another nice day, but that will be moving into a little bit stormy later. So make sure you pack your umbrella for the night and get ready for a good day. Here's your extended 7-day forecast. As you can see on Friday, we have 61. It's stormy and then Saturday we have 38. So a huge temperature change between Friday and Saturday. Which is really going to change up everybody's wardrobe. Moving into Sunday, it's 30 degrees as well. Monday will be 41 degrees, Tuesday is 55, Wednesday 47, and Thursday 56. So next week's kind of looking mild. And
Thank you, Jackson. Let's take another look at tonight's trivia question. Jackson, if the Earth were hollow, how many? Oh my gosh! Stop clicking.
All right. Well.
If the Earth were hollow, okay. Well, the answer to the trivia question from before is 50.
50 moons can fit inside the Earth.
If the Earth were hollow, it could fit 50 moons. Isn't that crazy?
I would not have guessed 50. I probably would have guessed closer to 25.
Yeah, well, 50 moons, the moon's pretty big. And
You're right.
That just shows you how big the Earth is.
Compared to it.
And the Earth is
sure.
nothing compared to the sun.
yeah.
You're right.
The sun is nothing compared to the universe.
You're right.
But yeah, so Jackson, how was your first time doing the weather tonight?
It was really nice, but it was it's kind of hard when I started laughing. It's kind of hard to stop, and then
Right.
obviously everybody else. But other than that, I don't think it was too bad. I think the viewers are actually going to really like this show. Maybe replay it a few times.
It's comedy. I
It's a good
I thought you did
It's
a
a
great
keeper,
job. Your
for
first
sure.
time was much better than my first time. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
I crashed and burned. You don't want to watch that.
You might not say that when you rewatch the tape.
But so Sarah, we have some severe storms across the nation.
Yeah, a lot
Any
of the
tornadoes
meteorology.
coming?
I don't know about in Iowa, but definitely down south, there's definitely a high chance for that. I know a lot of people are going storm chasing tomorrow in the morning and into the afternoon, so
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get some pictures or footage of that eventually.
Yeah, hopefully someone finds a tornado. Unfortunately, I have a calculus quiz at 4, so I won't be able to go. But anyways, that concludes tonight's show. Please be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You can find every show on our YouTube channel under our Size Eyes channel. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you on Tuesday for our senior show.